Bar episode 2. I'm Lulu Gould. Let's get straight into it. Here are the headlines with Lottie Morley.
Okay, let's have a look. So we'll be bringing you the latest on Olivia Nuzzi. Are we seeing more people in the UK choosing to have one child? And Katy Perry and Justin Trudeau have an Instagram official. But first, we've got to talk about something that's been everywhere this week.
Okay, I'm ready.
You ready? It's Spotify Wrapped.
Okay,
Spotify Wrapped. Nice and clear. So every year, Spotify analyzes, what you've been listening to, how much of it you've been listening to, favorite song, favorite artist, blah, 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 blah. And then it collates like a list of data and it shows our favorite songs and our artists and podcasts and stuff. This year, they introduced a new feature. And I think you've done it, haven't you?
Yeah, listening age.
Yeah, and so I don't know. I haven't asked Lou about this before.
Yeah, it's a secret.
It's a secret. Yeah, the listening age. So I basically have been seeing online lots of people being like, put your hand up if you feel personally victimized by your listening age. And my theory is that everyone that I've spoken to has either been like 15 years old or like 75.
What, their listening age?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you heard anyone in the middle? I haven't heard anyone in the middle. Oh, she's gonna ruin it. She's gonna ruin it.
My listening age is 34.
Are you joking?
No, I'm not. And that's why I was laughing when I saw you put it in your notes. Because you were like, literally no one has it in the middle. This is all... And I was like, my listening age...
34?
Yeah.
That's like actually weirdly accurate.
No, but also I think that's really embarrassing.
Yeah, well, yeah.
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 But I would also say I don't believe any of the like 70, 60. Like, I think it's just a way to get people to share it.
Well, no, which is what I was saying, which is why I'm so confused that you have 34.
Yeah, yeah.
Because the youngest I mean, one of my friends who's in his 40s got 16 years old.
That's hilarious.
I mean, he's very into like new music and stuff, but I was like, really? Wow, okay. I thought it was like a classic case of like rage baiting from Spotify. They want us to talk about it.
It's genius, actually.
And obviously they've won in this case. And you know what I was thinking is like, when you go to Starbucks
Yeah.
and you tell them your name and they spell it in the most obscene way you could possibly imagine.
Oh, you think that's a marketing ploy?
Yeah. Do you not?
I've never thought about it, but now you're saying it.
The number of people who take a picture of their cup and go, oh my God, look how Spotify has spelt my name.
Spotify?
Starbucks. How Starbucks has spelled my name. How Starbucks has spelt my name. Wow. And it's like, hi, what's your name? And it's like, my name's Pam. And they're like, Pabnm.
I do just think there's a epidemic is the word I should be saying, of people not being able to spell each other's names. Like,
No.
yeah, look at the traitors. No, on the traitors. No one can spell each other's names.
I don't understand that.
Yeah, but I think that's what it is. There's just like people are like unable to spell.
Are we getting more stupid or a name's getting harder
I don't know
to
if it's more
spell?
stupid. Like, I also cannot spell. Like,
Oh
well,
no, see, I'm like a super speller.
really?
Oh, yeah.
I cannot spell, and it becomes really obvious because often, usually, when we're typing, like you're typing on your phone or something like that, and it autocorrects. In the system we use at work when you're writing for TV, it's called iNews.
Yeah.
There is no spell check in there, and it's very confronting when you have to look at how much you cannot spell, especially because
I don't like that.
you're generally writing scripts for other people too, so they have to be able to read
They're
it. And
looking
there's
at
a
it
lot of
like,
what
I
did
don't
you?
like
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very embarrassing.
One word that I can't spell, just very quick detour, separately.
Oh, can't spell separately. Can't spell jewelry.
Separately. Jewelry?
Can't spell jewelry.
Oh, I can do that one.
No, can never spell it. There's actually quite a few words I can't spell, but
Do
you know,
you know what? I have never noticed it, but maybe that's because you're using the spell check on your phone quite
religiously.
effectively.
Yeah, exactly.
So I was going to ask you what your age was.
Yeah,
34.
yeah.
Your Spotify Wrapped listening age. Do you want to guess what mine was?
I'd like 72 or something.
68.
Okay.
I was into music from the early 70s. It told me that I'm an old soul, apparently.
Yeah, everyone I know
Nobody else
has...
would understand. They wouldn't understand, except for everyone else on Spotify who also was told they were an old soul.
What music is it that you're listening to that makes you an old soul?
Do you know what?
Because you are not an old soul.
yeah. Are you calling me immature?
Yeah. No, I'm saying like you're
Saying
not...
I'm very cool and into new music.
Yeah.
Kinda. No, but somewhere in the middle. Like I like the young girly pop.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Which is what my
Not
Spotify Wrapped
exclusively
is.
though, and I think that's the thing, isn't it? That I wonder whether Spotify has like basically taken one song that you've liked that's out of the normal era that you listen to and has gone, we're going to call you a 75-year-old woman.
I do just think they've done it to like bait people.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's worked. It's great.
Who was your top artist, please?
I'm gonna have to check. I'm pretty sure it's Taylor Swift. It usually is.
I was gonna say my guess would be Taylor Swift.
Mine is just so dull. All these people sharing it, I'm like, yeah, that's nice, but mine's just boring and not.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Could have guessed that. Mine was Gracie Abrams.
Okay, yeah, could have guessed that as
And
well.
you did take me to see her at Glastonbury.
Yes,
So
yeah, exactly.
a big thank you from me.
We
and from
were
Gracie.
standing right in front of Paul Mescal.
Yes, we were.
Yeah.
And do you know what? When we were there, we were quite literally front and center, weren't we? We
Yeah.
were in like before the sort of gate bit that they put to split the crowd up. And it was reasonably roomy. Like there were lots of people there.
Yeah.
But we were like, right, we're in a good spot here.
Well, there were lots of children there.
Um,
Very young teenage girls with their parents, and then us taking you like you are our child.
yeah,
And you peed on the floor.
I did pee on the floor.
So
Well, I'm a wild weir.
yeah.
Do you know what? What did you want the piss to run down my legs?
No, I didn't.
No, because honestly, I couldn't do that.
It was very tidy too. You
Thank
managed it like
it
really
was
well.
the neatest pee on the floor you've ever seen.
I was worried because I was like, there are children around. But then I was like, do you know what?
Would they rather see a grown woman piss her own pants?
Yeah, no.
No,
I don't
exactly.
think so.
That's what I thought. Or subtly pee on the floor like the adult that I am.
It was subtle too.
Yeah.
It was actually very, very impressive.
I feel like the friend that we were with couldn't believe. She was like, have you done it?
yeah. I couldn't believe it either.
Yeah.
It was fantastic.
And what was your top song?
Party for You, Charlie XCX.
Oh, I mean, don't get me
That's
wrong.
what I'm telling you.
bop,
Mine's boring.
but it's a big bop. But quite predictable, actually.
No, mine is there's a white woman in her 30s. Like that is what
Yeah.
that's why everyone posting about it. I'm like, that's cool. I'm not going to post mine because A, it's boring. I also do feel like, and every single year I feel like this, I'm like, that's wrong. And my logical brain is like, it can't be wrong. It literally tells you how many, but I'm like, one of the songs, it's like, you listen to this 33 times. And I'm like, that can't be
There's
right.
no way.
Because I've listened to it actually way more than that. There was one song which I was like, I've listened to this pretty much every day for like the last like 2 months. And I was like, that can't be 33 times. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, there are 31 days in a month.
But like for months at a time.
Oh,
because
sorry. I thought you said for a month.
I have ADHD. I can't tell. But I tend to listen to a song again and again and
Yeah,
again and again
right.
until I feel physically sickened by it. and
then you don't listen to it
And
ever
then I
again.
don't listen to
Yeah.
it. So some of the stuff, like, I don't know, there's just stuff on there always where I'm like, how the hell is that true?
My friend sent me a meme the other day that was like, everyone on like posting about their Spotify rap being like, no, this isn't right. Well, of course it is. It's literally data, you dumb bitch.
Yeah.
But I wonder whether in the sort of spirit of rage baiting and stuff, maybe they do alter it a little bit.
I also
to try and
wonder,
get people to talk about it. That's not right. I've listened to this more. I've never listened to this band. Do you know what
I
I mean?
would say there's also the potential that I listen to maybe 20 to 25 seconds of every song that I listen to and I just skip through
Right.
them. So actually, probably you have to have been listening to a certain amount of time to clock it as like a listen,
Yeah,
or
for
the
sure.
entire song to clock it.
So you're telling me your favorite song you're only listening to the first 20 seconds of?
I listen to when I on my old commute to work, I had like an 18-minute walk between the train station and my work, and I would get through genuinely like 40 songs. Because I'm just listening to 20 seconds. I'm like, got it, done, next.
I've got what I need.
Yeah.
From this.
I'm like, next, okay, yeah, next. Some of the ones I
Wow.
skipped the middle because I only like the middle. Then I'm on to the next song.
I do get that.
Yeah.
I do get that. Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I do skip before the end of a song, but 20 seconds in, my good God.
Yeah. as I
My
mentioned.
top song was Sue Me by Audrey Hobart, which I do recommend you listen to because it is amazing.
Okay, I've never heard of that.
My genre was alternative pop.
Alternative
pop.
How does that work? Because pop means popular music.
I
So
know, but I
alternate-
think it's like stuff that's a little bit weird.
Okay, yeah.
So this is actually a really good example, this Sue Me song, because it is like super poppy, but it is also slightly weird.
What I will say, none of mine is weird.
What else? What are the highlights? You've got
Taylor
for me?
Swift, Charlie XCX, Sabrina Carpenter,
Wow.
Max Richter,
What?
Composer,
Bing,
Yeah,
bong,
yeah.
bing, bong.
and Chapel Roan. Like,
It's like, who's in the charts right now?
no,
Let's listen to
genuinely,
that.
yeah, and that is my life anyway.
Wasn't there a bit of Tate McRae on there?
That's really
I
embarrassing.
only say that because Lou put on a Tate McRae song just before this so that we could get in them.
It's in one of my top 5 songs, "Sports Car" by Tate McRae.
Sorry, that is such a bop.
Yeah. But
When
also,
when that first went in my sort of like Spotify repertoire, I listened and listened and listened and listened, and it's just like
I do think, and I say this about myself, I have the type of music taste where it's like you could just tell an AI model to make like white woman in her 30s music and I would probably love the song. Like, I'm not saying it's good. This is why I often don't like talking about music with people, because I'm like, I have no idea what's good. In fact, I often know the stuff I like is bad.
We know, you love Coldplay, so that's a really
love
good
Coldplay.
marker,
Yeah, exactly. Well,
strong
and do you know
marker.
what? Actually, I will still defend Coldplay. I don't think that's bad.
Funny, yeah.
Sports Car by Tate McRae.
Yeah.
Probably objectively bad song.
Oh no,
Yellow
I
by
would say the opposite. Actually, I would say sort of objectively a bop, like well written, catchy.
Catchy, yeah, well written.
Yeah,
What you think? Sports
I think that's
Car
like 90s Britney,
by
like 90s
Tate McRae.
noughties. Yeah.
is better written
Yeah, in its
than
own-
Yellow or Fix You by
Okay.
Coldplay.
Do you know what? Let's not get into this now.
Okay,
Do you know what?
everyone
We don't have
isn't
time
like
for
entitled
this.
to their
We
own-
don't have time for this.
Everyone's entitled to their own opinion, but your opinion is wrong, so that's fine. That's fine. Let's move on.
Okay, next.
Okay, now we get to talk about something I actually want to talk about.
Yeah.
Olivia Nuzzi, my
She's
fave.
back.
She's back.
We could not believe when we saw there was an update after last week.
Yeah, well, I knew more and more stuff was going to come out. I wasn't expecting this, to be fair. So it's been revealed that Vanity Fair and Olivia Nuzzi will be parting ways at the end of the year. That's what they're using, the phrase parting ways. They won't renew her contract, which I think is sort of crazy. Like, they hired her for being messy. And this is something I said last week. Like, they've hired her for being really messy and for being quite chaotic and generating headlines, clearly. And now they're firing her for that. I think it's weird.
I think it's weird too.
They should have stuck it out.
What do you think were the sex poems the sort of nail in the coffin, or
No, I don't think it was the sex poems. I do think it was the revelation that she had apparently previously had an affair with another person that she was interviewing. And probably also the fact that her and RFK Jr.'s relationship wasn't just sex poems and FaceTime sex, which it has been revealed that it was FaceTime sex. Apparently.
Wait, do you think they heard you reading it out last week and they were like, that's too disgusting?
Yeah, exactly.
The people know now.
Exactly.
Get rid of her.
I don't think it was really to do with...
Wait, sorry, we brushed over that. FaceTime sex between Olivia and RFK Jr.
Yeah, apparently they had FaceTime sex.
Woo! Well, so she said oh wait, did she say non-physical affair or non-sexual affair?
She says non-physical.
Non-physical. Oh, so just cyber sex then?
Yeah.
Right. When she said okay, interesting. Carefully worded there.
Yeah, very carefully worded. But I think it's probably that, and also the revelation that she was basically, helping RFK Jr.'s campaign. In the end, she was supporting him. She was doing the thing we talked about last week, a bit of catch and kill, stuff like that. I do think really undermines her as a journalist, much more so than sleeping with a source. So I think probably they were like, do you know what, let's not touch this. But I think I'm interested to see what she does next. So I haven't bought the book yet, but I will. So I don't feel bad reading little lines out from it, because I am going to buy it. So some people have been posting it all over Instagram and TikTok. It looks quite chaotic. There's no chapters. And it seems very much like it's a kind of stream of consciousness. She writes, I would say, in an incredibly pretentious way.
Excellent.
And there's just a couple of little tidbits in there. One line is, she writes, my bar for what I would classify as inappropriate behavior from men is much higher than modern standards, which I consider absurdly low. So what I would say about that is, obviously you had an affair with RFK Jr.
Yeah, Jesus.
He's got like multiple allegations of sexual assault out against him. He's
anti-paracetamol.
Yeah, exactly.
Or anti-autism, whichever way you want to look at it.
Yeah, I mean,
he's a bit of both.
It's he's a very messy person, and clearly her bar is low. I also think that is the most pick-me sentence to write in a book. Like, I'm not like other girls. I like when men are horrible.
Yeah. Like, let men be men.
Yeah, it's so...
Like, you can't even speak to anyone on the street anymore.
Yeah, like, I find that to be, like...
How are you supposed to meet women unless you assault them in the street?
Yeah, literally. I find it so, like, spine-tingling.
Yeah.
Also, so there's been a lot of kind of allegations of daddy issues being bandied around about her, which,
okay.
we'll never know. However, she does write a little bit about her brother in the book, and I'm like, maybe it's not daddy issues.
Oh.
Maybe it's brother
Oh.
issues. So I will say we both have very tall brothers.
Yes, we do.
So when we were describing our brothers, how would you describe him?
My brother.
Yeah.
Tall, long, curly hair, kind of Portuguese looking. I
Yeah.
know, weird.
Okay,
Yeah.
there you go. She describes, my brother is a mountain of a man.
That's
Sorry,
yeah, no, that's
I know
gross.
that's not overtly sexual.
No,
but
but
there's
it's-
something so like, my brother's so big and
It's so
and I'm like,
big and strong.
Oh God, like literally, I'm.
Yeah, that's not nice. I don't like that.
So it goes on to then say they're having a conversation in his driveway, and she says he lifted me off the ground and moved me to the grass, basically because he says he doesn't know who could be listening on his like CCTV cameras around his house.
What?
And I'm like, if my brother lifted me off the ground,
Yeah.
I would be like, what?
I'd be horrified.
Honestly, I was thinking about this.
it would have to be a life or death situation.
genuinely.
Like there was a bus about to hit me.
If
kind of
my
thing.
brother like will hug hello and goodbye, if in any moment between that, it doesn't matter how long, whether we're together for a week, whether we're together for an hour, if there's any moment in between that where he tried to hug me or like physically, I would be like, you're dying of cancer.
Something's not right.
Something's not right.
Yeah.
Something terrible has happened.
Interesting, because yours is a younger brother, mine's older. So do you think that's slightly different? Because I wouldn't think that was that weird in older brother sense, but in a younger brother sense, I can see that.
You wouldn't think it was weird if your brother picked you up.
Oh no! Like if he hugged me.
Yeah, but your brother's nice.
Yeah. Oh yes, of course. Yes. No, you're right. He is. Yeah. Wait. So is her brother older or younger? Do we know?
I actually don't know. I just know how
Okay.
big he is.
He's just
Because she writes a lot about how
man.
she writes a lot about how big he is. So.
Kind of want to look him up.
Yeah, we should actually after this look him up. But I would say, okay, clearly there's some brother issues there.
Yeah.
And I also listened to her being interviewed on a podcast. She was randomly on one of my favorite podcasts,
Yes.
How Long Gone, which is two men basically talking shit. And she came on it, and several takeaways. One, she's like very obsessed with her own sense of like, I'm actually really interesting, and actually all of these people talking about this scandal have really missed the point, and that's what really funny. And I'm like, ooh, I don't know that that's true. She's obsessed with her blondness as well. She's obsessed with blondness. Her being blonde comes up maybe 4 or 5 times in the interview, which is just under an hour. She also talks about other people being blonde. She's clearly
God.
obsessed with the fact that she's
that's
blonde.
A bit, yeah. It also rolls into the pick me stuff.
Yeah,
Quite well,
exactly.
Doesn't it? I'm like just like a little blonde girly that like loves men.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I think, and she would describe it, she's like, I just love people and I love their stories, and I love, it's so like journalist-y the way she talks
Right.
about it. It's very,
Okay.
very, and I'm like, yeah, we've all heard that, but like not everyone shags the people they're writing
Yeah,
about.
yeah.
Actually doesn't shag, doesn't
Sorry,
shag.
FaceTime sex, Lulu.
Yeah,
Come on.
FaceTime shags. But yeah, so now she's gone from Vanity Fair. Can't wait to see what she does next. Can't wait to read the entire book and then do a breakdown. So many people have messaged me about her since our first episode came out. And I just want to say thank you all so much, because I love hearing everyone's been like, did you see this? And have you seen this? And have you heard this? And I'm like, thank you. Keep sending them to me. I love it. It's fantastic. Maybe we need to make like an Olivia Nuzzi version of like a book club where we just get together and chat about her.
Yeah, or read her book together.
Yeah, we can read her book and then read whatever else she writes. Like, I'm just like keeping an eye on what she's
Look at
doing.
her Instagram.
She did yesterday post on her Instagram story just a picture of a lamb, like an old painting of a
Yes.
lamb being torn apart by wolves, and I was like, God, I love this.
So good.
Like, you're so obsessed with the kind of like the story of what's
yeah,
but also like I think she's like completely like in the weeds of the story of what's happening to her. I almost don't even think she's experiencing it for herself. She's just thinking about it from like an outsider's perspective of like, oh my God, this poor woman and all these things that are happening to her. And that's also what makes her like a fascinating person to be fascinated with. And yeah, I just can't find out. I can't wait to find out what she does next, honestly. But I'll catch you guys up when
well,
when it
let's
does
hope
happen.
there's an update every week,
Yeah.
so that we can talk about it every week, and everyone else is thinking that, I'm sure.
Okay, enough about Olivia
my
Nuzzi now.
turn.
Exactly.
Right, so I saw an article this week from the BBC about the rise of the one-child family. So apparently, lots of people in the past few years, this is specifically about the UK, are leaning more towards the idea of only having one child, which obviously I would say is like not necessarily the norm and hasn't been the norm in the UK for, well, it's probably like about 100 years now since like the nuclear family sort of idea came out. So one mum, one dad, 2 children, and that was the norm, and that's what everyone was aspiring to. And I feel like, yeah, we have really also, we've kind of, well, we're both that, aren't we? Kind of one mum, one dad, 2 children. I would say most people I know are one of 2.
Yeah.
Most. And it's unusual. I always find it really interesting when there's an only child.
Yeah.
When I find out somebody's an only child, I'm like, ooh,
Fascinating.
gimme. But yeah, apparently that is changing. At the moment in the UK, there are 3.7 million one-child families. So that's actually more than I thought. It's about 45%.
Oh, that's a lot.
Yeah. But then I was thinking about it and I was like, I wonder whether that's because they haven't had their second yet.
Yeah.
That includes all of the people that have like a baby.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that is a 14% rise over the last 20 years. And basically last year, the fertility rate was 1.4 children per mother across England and Wales. And if this trend continues, it basically looks like the sort of one and done trend. It means that half of all families in the UK will be raising just one child.
That's crazy. That's a huge difference.
I think so too.
A whole generation of only children.
Yeah. What would that be like?
Interesting.
Well, yeah. I think there are lots of stereotypes, aren't there, about only children. So you've got like the whole like lonely loner kind of thing. Bit awkward, bit spoilt.
Yeah. Can't share.
Doesn't like to share. Weirdly mature from a young age, I've got written here.
Yeah. Well, I know a couple of only children, and most of them, I would say, were like much more used to having adult conversations because they joined
Better
in with
vocab, apparently.
Yeah. I can see that. Wow, we're going to have like a generation of geniuses who can't share.
And I've got some, well, exactly. I've got some positives here written down. Can you guess?
Okay, yeah.
Positives?
What, that applies specifically to only
being
children?
an only child, yeah.
No, I can't.
I've got 1, good at playing alone.
Okay, yeah.
That's all I could find.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying that only children can't have positives about themselves, but I'm saying I can't, like...
You're saying that they're a bunch of freaks.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying I can't imagine what, like, stereotypical positive trait has
Yeah.
been, like, kind of, like,
Well, I
projected
suppose,
onto
like,
them.
Mature.
Yeah. Good at playing alone.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind
Good
of
at playing alone also feels a bit sad.
close with their parents, I
Yeah.
would assume.
Too close,
Maybe too
I
close.
would say.
Yeah.
Okay, famous only children.
Okay, good. This is a good one.
And I think, right, when I looked this up and I was looking through the list, I was like, wow, this is really confirming everything I thought about only children.
Okay.
A bunch of freaks.
Harry Potter.
Did you know that?
That he's an only child?
Daniel Radcliffe.
Oh no, I meant Harry Potter.
Daniel Radcliffe. Oh my God. Daniel Radcliffe is an only child. He's number 1 on my list here.
Okay, right.
Wow.
Babe, we're both millennials.
Yeah. No, but Daniel Radcliffe, the actor, not Harry Potter.
I know, but like
I didn't know that he was an only child.
No, the reason I'm laughing is because the fact that it's at the forefront of both of our minds. Daniel Radcliffe, the actor who plays Harry Potter in Harry Potter.
He was the first person on the list. He wasn't at the forefront of my mind. I didn't Google, is Daniel Radcliffe an only child?
You keep yourself awake at night. Like,
I'm like, I don't know what he's up to. How is Daniel doing? I was going to say he's the worst actor in the world. So, oh, sorry, he is. Can you imagine how devastated those producers must have been
Worse than
by
Emma
the second
Watson.
film when they realised that
he's not worse than Emma
he
Watson.
can't act? Shut up.
What?
She's so good. I think she's miles ahead of him.
You think Emma Watson's
Yeah.
a good actress?
I think she's in Harry Potter. I think she's much better than Daniel Radcliffe.
God, that's hilarious because I would absolutely go toe to toe with you on that. I think neither of them are great, but she is awful.
See, I think she's a pretentious little knob, which is exactly who the character is.
Yeah.
Like,
But
I think she's like doing that. Do you know what I mean? She's like doing that really well.
yeah, I suppose.
Whereas I think Daniel Radcliffe as Harry Potter is very much like, oh no, there must be another way. I'm like, wow, you don't know what you're doing, do
That's
you?
Hermione's line.
You're out of your depth.
By the way.
No, but like, yeah, actually.
You're quoting a
I'm
line
quoting-
that she says that is really
And
bad.
she says it amazingly, actually. Well done, Emma Watson. You're fantastic. Okay, famous only children.
Okay, give me a clue. Give me a clue.
Died on the toilet.
Oh, Elvis Presley. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, also a freak. Dated a 14-year-old when he was 24.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. Next, Glee.
Rachel, what's her?
Leah Michelle.
Okay, yeah.
She can't read. Freak.
Yeah, true. But neither can you, so like, be nice.
Excuse me. Drew Barrymore.
Yeah, but didn't she have like an abusive situation?
Oh, keep it light.
Okay.
Fuck, you know.
Yeah, sorry.
I was going to say I have no words for Drew Barrymore because if you've seen the clips from her show, it's like.
But she was also, like child actress. Okay, yeah, a lot of these
There's a
do
lot
make
of things.
sense.
Yeah. And then one more, John Lennon, assassinated. So unlucky
Because he
as
was-
well. Yeah. Because
And if he'd had a brother, he wouldn't have been assassinated.
because he was an only child. Well, I don't make the rules.
Yeah, okay. I do think a generation of only children will be like a fascinating thing to watch. I think a sibling relationship is so
Oh yeah, character building
well
develops your strengths, and I don't know.
that's not what I was going to say at all. I was going to say it's very deified in our like popular culture. I think it's like the kind of idea of your sibling is, and a lot of people I know like really are not close with their siblings. They aren't naturally similar. They actually have like quite a lot of issues that developed in childhood and have never really resolved. I think so I'm not sure it's cracked up to be.
Wow.
I said this
okay.
as an older child who was
Yeah.
devastated when my parents were like, we're having a baby. And I was like, you're
doing
kidding
what?
me.
Really? Do you remember that?
No, I didn't remember. I was 2, but like everyone's told me.
Everyone's told me you were fuming.
It's very much like part of my family lore about
Right,
me,
you were
how
fuming.
I was when my brother was born and how long it took me to get over it.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
But I'm just thinking of like, a generation of people who are like not sharing crisps at the pub and like not doing group projects at school. Like,
Well,
because
they'll have to
they
do group
just don't
projects
know
at school,
how to work with other people. Just be like,
but they will all get their own bag of crisps at the pub.
yeah, maybe that's something we should implement anyway.
Yeah, exactly. I
Actually.
do prefer that.
I don't want your dirty little mitts in my nice bag of what's-its.
What's it at the
No,
pub?
I wouldn't
No,
have
no,
what's-its in
no,
the pub.
you
That was a
wouldn't.
joke. That was just a joke.
That's a joke.
It's just a joke.
So this is one that has been taking the world by a storm this year. People are obsessed. Katy Perry, Instagram official with Justin Trudeau,
I did see this.
former Canadian Prime Minister.
Yeah.
Um,
I've got to say, I think it's the weirdest thing. I think it's super weird.
it is weird, but then it's weird on the surface, but then when you dig into it, I think it makes sense for who he is. He, I think, sees himself as quite a like cool, suave politician.
Right.
I think dating a pop star is like he's like, yeah, this works for me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. I think for me, the word cool and Katy Perry in the same sentence.
I'm saying what Justin
It
Trudeau
doesn't
thinks
make
is cool.
Sense to me.
Whereas
Yeah, true. How old is he?
he's 53.
And she is 40.
40. No, she's like 40 or 41.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, quite a big age gap. He's older than I thought, actually.
Yeah. Well, he was Prime Minister of Canada for a long time.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
And he's got like 2 like teenage kids. She's got a
He's looking
4-year-old.
good for it, though. 50. What did you say? 56?
53.
53. I suppose that's really not old at all, is it?
Yeah, and also like Orlando Bloom was 48.
Right.
So a bit of background, Katy Perry's love life.
Oh, yeah.
And she's had a big year, so we'll get into her
She's
big
had a
year.
huge year.
Yeah. So I mean, most famously, she was married to Russell Brand for 14 months.
Loved.
In like 2010.
Yeah.
They had a Hindu ceremony in India.
Did
So
they?
they got married, yeah.
I didn't know that.
They also got papped. Well, like they did loads of events together.
Right.
So that there's loads of pictures of them. They were a very like Hollywood couple. She also went to an awards ceremony. He's a West Ham fan. And she wore like a little corset and hot pants that were like West Ham themed. Yeah, I know, which is just...
What a supportive wife.
I know, but like... Okay. And then he
Whatever you're
dumped
into.
her via text message on
Yes.
New Year's Eve and
While
never
she
spoke
was
to her
on her
again.
tour.
Yeah, I never spoke to her again.
That is astounding. Have you seen the Katy Perry doc?
I actually haven't.
Okay, you need to watch it because I've had a bit of a tumultuous relationship with Katie myself. I kind of was a bit indifferent, you know, couple of bops here and there, you know, whatever, didn't really think anything of it. I actually really liked her when she did You're So Gay and You Don't Even Like Boys, even though that's obviously super problematic now. It was a bop at the time. And I liked her when she was in that kind of like weird, like kooky, weird kind of I'm a bit odd.
Yeah.
And then she went mainstream, didn't like her. And then I watched this documentary and I was like, you need to watch. Like, I really felt for her.
Yeah,
and it was obviously when she was with Russell.
I've seen clips of it.
Yeah.
Also, I would say it's just a horrible way to be broken up with,
God,
especially
yeah.
divorce. Have you ever been dumped over text?
No.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
No, have you?
Yeah, but when I was like
12.
15 or
Right.
something. 16 maybe?
Wow, no.
Yeah.
No.
It was like a savage. It was like, okay, bye. But I mean, I think we'd been together for like 4 months.
We've been together for 3 days.
Yeah. But yeah, definitely like been dumped.
I mean, grim, savage, yeah.
Grim, but like your marriage ending like that is like a whole.
I don't understand how that's ever acceptable.
And then he's also been like majorly gaslighty. So she basically says like he dumped me. He texted me saying he wanted a divorce and then never spoke to me again. But in interviews, he always speaks about her really highly, which I think is like so manipulative.
It's gross.
It's really gross to be like, oh, I don't want to ever speak to her. But like, what a great girl. What an amazing woman.
It's like, I'm a good guy. I'm a good guy.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm still a good guy. I'm a nice ex-husband.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
But you literally dumped her by message. That's grim. It's completely grim.
Yeah, horrible. But then she got with Orlando Bloom.
Yeah.
Which I do feel like that's nice.
Well, it's an upgrade, isn't it?
Massive upgrade.
But like, I don't know much about this. Were they together, then not together, then they got back together after
they were together for a year.
Yeah.
And then they broke up.
Right.
And then they got back together and were together for like 7.5.
Right, and they had a
8 years.
daughter.
Yeah, they've got
Yeah.
a daughter,
Yeah.
Daisy.
Daisy Duke? Is that her name?
Is it Daisy Duke?
Did I just make that up?
I think it's like Daisy Bloom or something.
Daisy
Daisy Dove.
Daisy Dove.
I think it's Daisy Dove.
I'll look it up. Carry on.
But she's 4.
Okay.
But anyway, reportedly, Orlando and Katie broke up earlier this year because, as I'm sure all of you will remember, Katy Perry went to space. She went with Blue Origin in the like all-female space flight. I'm not going to go into that now.
My
because-
favorite news story of the year, I would say.
Yeah, well, we'll
can
be
come back
discussing
to
that.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
But yeah, obviously deeply cringe and embarrassing on so many levels. And apparently, Orlando Bloom did not like it.
Actually,
Yeah. So Page
No.
6 says they had a massive fight after it. And he said it was embarrassing, cringeworthy, and said that the whole thing looked ridiculous.
wow.
Yeah, I mean, this is Page
That's-
6, so
That's
who
a
knows?
bit harsh.
See, this is my thing. I'm like,
I'm a bit
he's
torn.
He's right on every point.
Yeah, of course
but
he is.
also, support your partner.
Yeah. Also, she went to space. Like, don't get me wrong. I'll be the first to rag how she acted and the embarrassing clips of her like in front of the camera, like with a daisy. Weird. Imagine her singing. What did she was singing like?
No, she didn't. She put her set list up on like a little.
Oh my god.
Yeah, yeah.
No, awful stuff. Really awful. Very embarrassing. I do agree with Orlando, but she still did go to space, and she was still part of something that was arguably quite a big moment of this year.
Yeah,
Like, would you not be like saying to her, that's actually really cringe and I've got the ick?
Okay, see, I think just because something's a big moment of the year doesn't mean you should like it.
But it's your partner. You should just be happy for them.
100% agree.
Yeah.
I personally think it's also like kind of a really repulsive display of wealth. There's so many things
yeah.
about it where I'm like, I don't think it was cool.
Oh, God,
But-
no. Sorry. Just to be really clear, I'm not on board with that. Jesus. I'm like,
You're like,
to be
sign
fair
me
to
up.
Jeff Bezos. Actually, it was like really cool. It's like a big moment of the year, to be fair to him. And Elon.
And like girl bosses
Love you, Elon.
love going to space.
Elon, yeah. No. But I'm just saying, I'm sorry, I was talking purely from Katy Perry and Orlando's point of view, like your partner's
Doing
making
a
a
big
decision to
yeah,
do
yeah.
something. You have that conversation before she signs on the dotted line saying, I'm going into space. You say, look, I don't think this is a good idea. I think this is actually a bit gross. I think it's whatever.
Yeah.
Have that conversation before. Don't then slate her for it after she's done it.
I just think, so he was there at the flight. So clearly there's something, they were probably already in a bad place. There's things were a bit rocky. She goes up, she does all this embarrassing stuff. She comes back down to earth, she kisses the ground and he's just looking at her. I genuinely think there was a part of him that was looking at her like, who
Ew.
are you?
Yeah.
Like, what am I doing in this relationship? However,
Wow.
I do think your partners should support you in all of the things,
Blindly.
embarrassing things
Yeah.
you want to do.
Yeah.
Like, that's part of what being in a relationship is. So in that way, it's probably good that they broke up, because if he couldn't support her,
Yeah.
they're not right together
No,
anymore.
exactly.
So that was earlier this year, like April time?
Yeah.
So then
around then.
in July, pictures and video emerged of Katy Perry in Montreal with former Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau.
I remember this.
So they were having dinner in a restaurant. I'm not gonna lie, when I first saw these pictures, I was like, that's AI.
Oh, that's interesting.
I was like, that's 100% AI. There's no way.
I saw it and I was like, it must be a work thing.
yeah,
They
I
must
was,
be on like, they must be working together on like some sort of weird campaign or something.
I think
It
that's
was like, there is no way this can be an actual date because it's so weird. It's such a random coupling.
yeah, exactly. And then you look at it, especially now we know they're dating, and you're like, no, it's very clearly a date. They're like kind of like,
yeah.
and I would say in everything we've seen of them, pictures, video, whatever, they look very loved up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay, so July, pictures and video of them out on a date. Then in October, paparazzi pictures of them snogging on a yacht, which like,
Classy.
yeah, exactly.
I love a long lens yacht photo.
Yeah, I know we shouldn't, but we do.
I love it.
I know. It's a
Sorry,
gross
go
invasion
further
of
out.
privacy.
Yeah. And I love it.
Go further
Go
out.
further out if you don't want us to see you. Do you know what I mean? Like Princess Kate getting her tits out. She should be allowed to, for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. But that wasn't on a boat.
Wasn't she?
No, that was in someone's garden, in like a private house. That's why that was so crazy.
Oh, I thought that was in somebody's garden.
Yeah, yeah. But I will also
What was
say,
it, a sex party?
no, she was on her honeymoon, and she was
With
at
just with her and Wills?
just her and Wills. They were in a private
Oh.
house.
When you said it was in somebody's garden, you made it sound like a garden party. Yeah, she's got her boobs out. What's wrong with that? I mean, whatever you're into. But
That's what princesses
Yeah,
do.
she's a princess.
No, that was on her honeymoon. They were in like a billionaire's house that he'd lent them, and there was a long lens paparazzi photographer hiding in the bushes.
Okay, that's
a
okay,
gross invasion of
that's
privacy.
gross. Yeah.
What I will also say,
when
though,
you're on a yacht, I think you're almost parading yourself around.
I would also say, like, funny that you bring up Kate, because her and William went on holiday this summer. They were in Greece with the kids on a yacht. If you don't want to be seen on a yacht, you're not seen.
Yes, this is the thing I'm getting confused with.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they were on a yacht this summer, and then
Yeah.
the boobs were in the garden.
Yeah, the boobs was a long time ago. They were on a yacht this summer. There weren't pictures and videos of them.
Yeah, interesting.
Like, if you do not want to be seen, you can find ways to do
exactly.
that. So I'm not, but like, yeah, good for them.
Yeah.
So they were snogging on a yacht. Then
Yeah.
they were papped together in Paris. So they
Yes.
were like they did a pap walk. It was very much like we've rung everyone.
Exactly.
We're holding
We're going to be
hands.
coming out of this place. It was like a burlesque show or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, something in
Yeah,
Paris.
in Paris.
Crazy
Crazy Horse.
This is my favorite of their little appearances together. They had lunch with the former Japanese Prime Minister and his wife while she is in Japan on tour. And I would love to be on fly on the wall for that conversation.
Oh my goodness. Is this the latest one?
No, the latest is the Instagram
The
official.
Instagram. Right. But she's
this
been
is-
touring there and they went for dinner. Wow.
They went for lunch. They both tweeted about it, Justin Trudeau and the Japanese Prime Minister, and they were like, great to discuss like projects. And I was like,
Sorry,
what?
Katy Perry is there.
Is
That
Katy Perry
is
just sat there like...
insane. Like,
And
and
that's not me saying that because she's a woman or a pop star, she's stupid or she doesn't
No,
have, she's
no,
uninformed.
no.
I absolutely
It's
do not
because
think
she's
that.
Katy Perry.
But I do also think if you're Katy Perry and you're going out for lunch with like career politicians,
It's crazy.
career diplomats, probably that is so boring to you.
It's just
And
a
also
completely different world. That's
completely different worlds.
Yeah.
Anyway, loved it. They took a little picture. The former Japanese Prime Minister looked very excited to be with her, which I was like, that's really cute. I wonder if it like opens doors now for Justin Trudeau.
Surely. I was just thinking that, and it gives him that kind of like sprinkle of like stardust, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
exactly.
That, like, you know, celeb excitement kind of, yeah.
Yeah. So I actually think in this like carousel of pictures and videos they posted, they look super loved up.
They look like teenagers.
Yeah. And I'm
They
like,
literally look like teenagers.
do you know what? They're quite well matched, I think, in terms of like, I mean, they're not crazy apart in age. She is very beautiful, but he's not ugly. I mean, he's not hot. He's definitely not hot. So we're looking at the video now.
Sorry, this video, they look like teenagers.
Yeah, look at them looking at each other.
And she's like,
it's actually
she eats some I think it's sushi, and I think he says something like, "Yeah, get it, baby," or something like,
No,
eat it up, baby, or something. I tried to I can't really lip read, but it said something, baby, and I was like, That is a private moment. Get that off your Instagram, you freak.
I also love that you've lip read that and you're like,
Lip-read.
this is what it says.
It says something like,
It says,
eat it up, baby.
let's go fuck in the toilet right now.
Baby. Something like that.
And I don't think you should be putting that on your Instagram for everyone
It
to
feels
lip
like a
read.
private moment. It really does. But they do. They look like teenagers. They look
Okay,
like
but
they've-
I'm now thinking other pop star politician crossovers.
Oh, God.
Who's going to be next?
Ooh, like Sabrina Carpenter and like George Bush or something.
George Bush.
Can you imagine?
Okay, that is repulsive.
Or what about like who have we got in the UK?
Well, there's a
Dua
lot-
Lipa and Keir Starmer or something.
Yeah. Ooh. Much more likely to be Boris Johnson and someone, isn't it?
Boris Johnson and who are we thinking? Somebody British?
No, because
Taylor Swift.
these are two different, like, kind of Boris
Yeah.
Johnson and Tate McRae in 10 years.
Oh no, Boris Johnson and Sydney Sweeney,
Okay, yeah.
because we know
Believable.
that she is
Yeah.
right wing.
Yeah, okay.
Oh my god, yeah. Okay.
No, that's a good one.
Yeah. And also, I could see that, like
They're both
the
blonde.
sort of blonde supremacy.
He likes
situation.
blondes.
Yeah.
Okay,
Ooh.
can't wait for that. We'll discuss that when that happens. You heard it here first.
You heard it here first, literally.
Boris
Yeah.
Johnson and Sydney Sweeney.
2030.
Okay, I think we're done now.
Oh yeah, it's okay.
Well done for making it to the end of episode 2 if you've made it so far.
Please like and subscribe and follow wherever you're listening to this.
You can find us at Everything But with 3 T's on socials. We'll see you next week.
Bye. Again.
Do it
From the
again.
top, you dumb
Better.
bitch, you dumb clanker.
That's it, guys. Thank you so much for listening.